Hello everybody, and we're making this video because I just wanted to explain to you, for example, you try your Apple Watch and we offer a service that is a glass only repair. So sometimes people have the doubt they should just replace the glass or they need a whole new screen. What are the benefits of changing only the glass or changing the whole screen? So I'm making this video so I can explain you a little more about how you can understand if your glass is cracked, no matter how bad it's cracked. If it's cracked like this, or it's a smaller crack like this, or something like this, there is always a way to do a crack glass repair. But in order to you can do this service, you need to verify several things about your Apple Watch. And this service basically for Apple Watch, what we offer right now at this moment. Doesn't matter what series, we can do it from the Series 1 all the way up to the newest one, the Series 8. But there are some differences. So for example, the first thing you want to know is your watch must turn on, like this one. For example, if your watch is like this one, that no matter how we try, we can feel the watch is shaking inside, but nothing is coming in live in the screen. You cannot see anything, but basically this screen is already dead. So there is not so much that we can do about this screen other than just replace a new screen. As we can feel the watch is on, when we connect it in the charger, we can hear the noise that they make when it's connected, or when you try to pull the power button like this, I can feel the watch is shaking. So I understand the watch is working, but the screen is not coming on. So in this case, we need a whole new screen, so a glass repair cannot be done in this case. The another case is when your watch have a line. Normally when we say there is using, you need to show you. Can you see here there is a line on the screen? This line that you can see here on the screen cannot be fixed by a glass repair. It's just already a defect on the panel, so basically we have to check the whole screen. And the latest one that so you can check is like this one we have over here, where you can see there is a black mark here. There is also the panel is damaged. Maybe like this you cannot see it so good, but if we try to make this a little bit zoom, and we see, now you can see there is here in this area, you are able to see there is a black mark, right? So when you can see this black mark, that doesn't mean you cannot do a glass repair because already the OLED panel is damaged. So to explain you a little how one screen works. So basically the screen is formed by a glass that go on top like this one, and after coming in between the glass and the OLED panel, there is another layer that we call the digitizer or the touch, and finally we will have the OLED panel. So basically we can see the panel is like this piece. This for a Series 8, this is already a screen that is not working at this moment, but just for purpose I can show you. So once you remove the glass for one of these watches, what you get is an OLED panel. This is what we are testing at this point. If you can see lines or you can see black marks, or it's not turned on, but the damage is here, so we can do a glass repair. Now, if the touch is not working, we are talking about the Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, SE first and SE second generation. That is okay because we can replace the digitizer. So we just remove that layer. Like for example, this one doesn't have the layer. You can see behind doesn't have the connector for the digitizer. This one is for image, this one is for touch or digitizer. So in this case doesn't have it. It means that this digitizer was not working, so we have to replace it. So we have the way to do this replacement. However, we only can replace the digitizer for this up to the Series 6 and SE second and first generation. When we're coming for the Series 7 and the Series 8, the structure of the panel change, and they now, even they have still the two connectors here, they come together in the same piece. So the screen and the digitizer are basically in one, and they are together here. So there is no way for us to actually separate this digitizer layer and put a new one. So when it's a Series 7, Series 8, you do have to make sure that digitizer is actually working. It's very rare that you get actually a screen where the digitizer is not working, no? Most of the time the digitizer is working. It's more possible when you find the lowest end model, especially for the Series 3. Normally the Series 3 like this one, normally when they crack, the digitizer never works. I would not say never, but most of the time the digitizer is complete. That might be in one area or complete. So for the Series 3, you don't have to worry. If you have Series Apple Watch second and Series 2 or Series 3, and you crack and the touch isn't working, that's normal because the layers are very thin and they are very easy to get damaged when the watch is cracked. So for this 1 and 2 and 3, most of the time you crack, no matter it's a small crack or big crack, most of the time the digitizer is going to start to work completely or just in one area. For the normal, the Series 4, the Series SE, the new, yeah, normally the digitizer is going to be working normally the screen is cracked, but the details is still working. So if you want to share more detail about, okay, how can I understand if I have line because it's too much crack, maybe I cannot see so clear. So you just go to the watch and select in the menu the torch and turn on the screen the white color. So here you can see very clear, okay, this screen doesn't have any, I cannot see any lines, I cannot see any black marks. So yeah, I can do a glass repair over this one, so I don't need a whole new screen compared with the other one. And sometimes people do ask you a lot, so you can share the details in this one. For example, the details are fully working, so there is no more issue. So sometimes people ask a lot of questions. I mean, it's just a small crack with heavy crack. It doesn't matter actually. It doesn't matter it's small, it's heavy crack like this one, or maybe a little crack like this one that don't have so much crack over there. As long as I tell you the screen is working, it's always okay. You can see here, as long as the screen is fully working, there is no problem. So that's the way basically you understand. So there is this way to first the screen must turn on for sure. If not turn it on, you will need a new screen. Also, we need to check the watch is having some sign of light. Like this one I can feel it, but it's not having the sound light, might be another issue. But basically the screen is on. The screen you can put on the white color. You can see there is no any line, there is no any black mark like we showed to you. So in this case we can do. And we also, as I said, what we do basically with this is we cut the layer that you have over the glass, so we get to the OLED panel. When this is like this, where we just change this, we put a new glass. This one is has the detail, so it will be without the detail. So we say like this, a new glass. Go over this. If the detail is not working, so we just have to separate that second layer that coming like this one. So now in this case, we have to put the glass plus the details. As you can see, there is one gold area around that defines what is called the new details and new touch. So basically what we do, we assemble these two together, and like this you will have a new screen fully working. This one is still your original screen. You should not have any issue. Normally when we use the touch, it says original touch, so you will not have any issue with that. When we use the glass, we use also OEM grade, so you basically will have a glass with similar or same condition resistance to that, like the original one that you have on your watch. And this is another one. This is Series 3. Normally Series 3, most of the time we have to just replace the details as I explained to you. So this is what we call the panel. As long as this is working, we can actually do a glass repair. If it doesn't work, we have to put a whole new screen. What's the difference? Well, it's a whole new screen where you have to take out the whole panel and we just install a whole new screen. The screen is coming, the OLED panel, everything complete. It's a complete screen with the glass and everything. So if it's damaged, just we have to put. No matter what is the problem, we can do both of them. We have very competitive prices for everything, so you just can check our website. You can contact with us. We are always willing to reply you, no matter you need a new series. This is a Series 8, you need a Series 8, you need a Series 7. It doesn't matter if your watch is a stainless steel version. We do have a sapphire glass in this kind of case, so you just let us know. Also, you have the standard one, but you want to put a stronger glass, you put a sapphire. Sometimes some people ask, I have a sapphire. Should I just put the OEM glass or should I put a sapphire glass? Well, that depends on you. The looking, maybe the sapphire is going to be a little more shiny than the other one, but it's not going to be so much different. When the watch is on, you are not going to see so much different. However, yeah, the sapphire glass is a stronger glass. It's a glass that is a lot more complicated to broken and so hard to scratch. So especially when the watch is heavy like the sapphire, it's a lot more heavy than the aluminum one. And sometimes it's better you put the sapphire because in case they fall down, the sapphire glass is going to resist more. However, it doesn't mean that it's not going to break. Always the glass can break. That's the way that the glass is. But that's an option. Also, if you have a normal watch, like for example, this watch is an aluminum version, and you say, okay, I want to put a stronger glass, yeah, you can put the sapphire glass. I mean, the sapphire glass fits all, as long as the same size is going to fit. There is not so much different, just a stronger glass, but you still can install. Of course, it's going to be a little more expensive, but that depends on everybody. Also, Series 7s can be fixed, so no matter what watch you have, all of them, we can do a glass repair. The benefit is the cost is going to be cheaper. Why it's going to be cheaper? Because the panel is expensive part of the watch. Normally, mostly all the newest electronics, no matter you have a cell phone, computer, and tablets, the screen is basically most of the time like 50% of the cost of the product. And you can see then the new iPhone, the iPhone 14, you check the value of the screen, maybe $400 when the watch costs you $1,000. So basically the screens are very expensive part of the component. So when you can just and save the screen, remove the glass, and put a new glass, and the screen will having the same capabilities. So the Adreno one, so it's a pro. It's a benefit first because you are keeping your same original screen, so you are not changing the screen. It doesn't matter if it's an OEM or not. For example, nowadays in the iPhones, if you put a new screen, it doesn't matter if it's original screen, but you do it with a third-party repair store, like for example with us, but you don't do it directly with the Apple. Well, basically that screen will still show you a message on your iPhone. But when you do a glass repair, you keep it the same original, it's the same sheet, the same code, everything the same, so the watch will recognize it on screen. And with the watch, we don't have that much issue like happened with the phones, but yeah, in the past we used to see that, especially for the Series 3, if you replace a screen, sometimes they might have a compatibility issues. But it's not the case for the new one. The another thing different than when you do a glass repair than when you change the whole screen is because if you check the screen from behind, you are going to see basically the screen has a few connectors, like this one or this one. Well, in the case of the 3s or the 4s, the all series, the left side connector is the image, the middle side is the digitizer, and the right side what we call the NFC connector. In the C, they come integrated here. So the left side is the touch, and the right side is the image, and you have the NFC here. When you replace only the glass, you keep the NFC. The NFC is the shit that you use for the Apple Pay. So for example, if I just change this screen for a swap for a new one, the Apple Pay will stop working because your shit that was just able to manage for security system was here, and it's not going to work on the watch after I swap the screen, after I change your screen. However, if this is 05, for example, this is image, this is digitizer, this is NFC, and the same. If I do the glass repair, I'm going to be all the same because I just changing the glass. Even if I change the digitizer, that is the middle layer, I'm keeping your NFC and I'm keeping the same screen. So basically, that is still going to work. But in the moment I saw this screen, that you stop working the NFC, so you are not going to be able to use the Apple Pay anymore. So they basically the benefit, but you know, not always can work. You always can put a new screen. We have very good prices. You can contact us for any model you need. We have good prices for what is a crack repair. Basically, it's going to cost you 50% around. That's going to charge you for a whole new screen. However, we also have new screen, and our price we have direct source. I mean, we have our own supply for everything, for the screen, for any other part, so we can give you a very good competitive price, all using high quality products. Also you should know that for Apple Watch there is no aftermarket screens. They are all original screens. What people can do aftermarket, and touch can be aftermarket, and glass can be aftermarket, but as well the OLED panel is always going to be the original one. So basically, you will not have that issue like the phone, the full aftermarket, but you have the cost part, also plus the benefit of keeping the original part. So, but it doesn't matter. Whatever you decide to do, we can do it for you. We do everything in our company, VertzPro. This is the name of our company. We focus everything in relation with Apple Watches. We do not only do the glass repair, we can also solve problems that, for example, you have problem with the crown that is not rolling. It's a very common problem that happens with the Series 4 or later, or the power button is not working, it's stuck, or you have problem with the speaker, or with the back of the glass. If you shatter, you crack the back of the glass, we also can replace. Basically, we can do all kind of repair relation with the Apple Watch. We also carry all the parts in stock for any time that you need to do any kind of repair. And we also have the trade-in or the buyback program. So if you have a watch where you want to repair, you can let us know, or if you wanted to sell it, we are more than willing and happy to give you a good quotation. I'm saying right now we're offering the best pricing in all the United States for buyback of Apple Watch. So no matter what the problem you have, is linked with the Apple Watch. We have parts, replacement, accessory, chargers, everything in relation with that. So you already know how you can understand if your Apple Watch can be fitted. So just to sum up everything, is very simple. The watch must turn on, cannot have lines like these ones that you can see here. Here you can see there is a layer list and all, but that doesn't matter because we can remove the details layer. I mean, this one, the details is not working, but the line cannot be solved. So should not have any lines like this, should not have any black spots, should not have any black spots like this one here. You can see the blank area here. So as you can see here, go here and you can see this area, there is a black mark. So that is the main thing I need to show. Must turn on, must be working, and don't cannot have any lag like I showed you for this one, and doesn't have any black mark like this one. It's a Series 2.1 all to the way to the Series C, the SE first generation, the new one second generation. The touch is not working, don't worry about that. We can fix it. Only there is another issue that you use as the cry, you use it with the water, so that can have no kind of situation. But as long as that you're not using the water and the watch on water, sorry, when you after you crack it, so it should be no issue. But for the Series 7 and the Series 8, yeah, the watch must turn on and must be fully functional. The touch has to be working in all areas, yeah, because there is no way to replace the touch. So I hope this video helps, and if you have any doubt, any question, you always can contact with us. If you're interested to sell our watch, you can visit our website and VertzPro.com. There we have basically all the basic services for all the products. And at the same time, if you like the video, it would be great if you want to subscribe to our channel. We just started the channel. We will put a ton of content related with Apple Watch, not only repair, but also in relation with the new models, some features, and how to solve some basic problems that you can find every day with your Apple Watch. So yeah, it would be nice. If you want, please subscribe and give us a follow, and why not, you can share all our social networks. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any doubts, just write in the comments. We'll be more than happy to reply. Have a good day. Bye.